You're joining us now. My name's Jared Collings. I'm here with Jacob Durham. Yeah. Yes, So, and we're just talking about life right now and our many life experiences. Yeah. We're here at the TGA show in Vegas of 2024. So I still want to talk. You lived in Japan.
Yeah.
Like at what age?
So when I was in high school, I was 8th, 9th, and 10th grade. Okay. I lived out in Japan in Tokyo, downtown Tokyo.
Dang.
Yeah. So started traveling. It was crazy. I mean, looking back, I have 5 kids now.
Okay.
So I have and my daughter is almost the age I was when I went out there. So in 2 years, she'll be that age. And I can't believe I was flying back and forth from Tokyo by myself without my parents, because they would stay there in the summers. My dad was doing stuff for our church.
Okay.
And so I was flying back and forth. He would stay there and my mom would. And at 13 years old, I would fly to Tokyo by myself. Okay. So at an early age, I was traveling and seeing the world and doing stuff like that, and yeah.
Well, so 3 years. Where were you from?
I grew up in Arizona.
Okay, so then you're flying back and forth to Arizona.
And then, right before we moved to Japan, my parents moved to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay.
So I was flying back and forth to there, and spend the summers there. Basically, is what I would do. Summers in America, then fly back to Tokyo during the school year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're mission presidents, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So did you? I guess did you attend an international school?
I did.
Or a Japanese school?
Yeah, it was ASIJ, American School in Japan.
Okay.
And it's cool. It's an American school, but the coolest thing about it was there was about 25 different countries represented in my class. So there was like 100 kids in my class, small school, but there's people from the Middle East, Europe, Africa, all over Asia. There were people from Japan that went to that school. So while it was the American school in Japan, it was very, very international, which was cool to experience all those cultures.
But did you get to learn Japanese?
I did. Yes. I mean, I knew enough to get around.
Okay.
I could do small talk, but never fluent, but I learned as much as I could. I took Japanese classes and tried to learn the language as much as I possibly could. Yeah.
And were you in a community, like a gated community where it was just like a bunch of English speakers? Or?
No, we were out in the middle of the city. And so I was there, like I said, I was there. My parents were mission presidents. They were part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We were in the mission home, which was kind of crazy because it was right next to a church. So we had actually grass in our yard, which in Tokyo was crazy. We had a grass and a parking lot, but on either side of us were these huge skyscrapers. And there was just like our home in the middle.
Really? You had like a regular home?
Yeah, we had a house. So it was pretty crazy to see that in the middle of Tokyo.
Yeah.
But the church has had that property for a long time, so we were on that. Yeah.
We had a chance. I wanted to go to Japan for a mission or whatever.
Yeah.
And I ended up going to Thailand.
Okay.
So it was a little bit different, but I finally got to go there a few years ago. I think it was 2014. My daughter was. Yeah, it was about 10 years ago because my daughter was 4, maybe 3, about to be 4, and then our other one was 18 months old. Uh-huh. And it was like the coolest country. Like we weren't intimidated at all. Tokyo's gigantic, ton of people, but it's just like amazing how like it's so safe feeling.
Yeah, it's so true. And so when I lived there, I hadn't been traveling yet. I was still young, so I hadn't experienced other cities. So I took it for granted. I was like, oh, this is what a big city feels like, and that's just how all big cities feel. And then
all big cities are clean, right?
Yeah, exactly. Since then, I've been to New York, been to Shanghai, been to all over China, been to Philippines, Thailand, a bunch of places, London, and then I went back to Tokyo about 4 years ago, and I was like blown away by just what you're saying. It's so clean. It's like peaceful in a big city. It's a weird feeling. Like there's its busy, crazy parts, but seriously, it's an incredible country. That place is amazing.
It's unreal. It's like, how do you get this organized and
so much and respect for each other. Like they're not yelling and screaming. There are those times, but it's so much less than what you see in other big cities. Like they're just incredible people.
Yeah, and then and like after that, we go to Thailand, and it was just like total change. Right?
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, oh my gosh, So
yeah.
But for me, like, I don't know. I'm not very good at seafood, so it was a challenge to find like food. It was definitely even from Thailand to Japan, like the food is so foreign. You know what I mean? They do have a different thing,
Yeah,
so it's,
absolutely.
It's pretty cool. So you have so how long? Oh my gosh. So what have you done your whole life, and then what brought you to where you're at now?
Yeah.
And then why are you here at the TGA show? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the background.
Yeah. What did you do first? Like what?
So in college I studied accounting, but before then I was working at my family's business. They do consumer packaged goods. They do hair accessories that they sell into Target, Costco, Walmart, and big box stores like that.
Okay.
So I was doing supply chain for them, sourcing product out in China. And so in college, before I had picked a degree or anything, I was actually already doing that kind of stuff, which was awesome exposure to like how to source product. And then I ended up studying accounting. I talked with a lot of people and they all said, if you want to understand business, understand accounting, and then you can figure out the rest on your own. So I studied that. And after got my master's in accounting, then went out and did audit at a firm for a year and realized that it definitely wasn't for me. Every day I was driving around like, I can't do this anymore. I'm so sick of this. Yes, I'm losing my soul. So I quit that, went back to my family's business for a year. And during that time, me and my cousin, we went to a jazz game. We're like, hey, let's try something in business. Let's try to make some money on the side. It wasn't like, here's the business plan, here's what we're gonna do. It was just like, let's try to make some extra money. I was living paycheck to paycheck and had a kid on the way, so we were needing money. We're like, let's try something. He learned about Kickstarter, and so we said, let's give that a shot, crowdfunding.
Okay.
Learned that wallets did well on Kickstarter time and time again. It was something that we could develop ourselves. So I learned to sew from my 8-year-old sister-in-law.
Really?
She taught me, she had learned in school somewhere. I don't know how it happened.
Sister-in-law that's 8-year-old.
Yeah,
Oh man.
so funny.
Like
So
your wife's
my wife's sister.
Little sister. Okay.
Yep. So I went to then Joann's, the fabric store, grabbed some fabric, grabbed some elastic, grabbed some webbing, grabbed some leather. And I just started me and my cousin would just sit there and make up ideas of how we could make a great wallet. That was a minimalist elastic wallet. And we came up with this idea of integrating an elastic wallet with a pull tab. And I would stay up till 3 a.m. every night, just sewing wallets and then handing them out to friends.
Things, or
yeah, everyone would be different. I'd be like, okay, let's try this thing. Let's try this arrangement. Let's put a pocket here. Let's hold cash in this way. And so I made 60 different iterations of wallets.
Oh my gosh.
And then we...
and this is only because Kickstarter, that you knew that a wallet
would do well.
It wasn't like, man, I need to solve the wallet problem.
No, it was more just there's data oriented and opportunistic. We saw that wallets did well on Kickstarter time and time again, and we're like, hey, that's cool. I could use a better wallet, sure.
Okay. All right.
And so we created those wallets, and we found one way that we loved it. We're like, hey, this is it. People are loving it. Let's try this. We launched it on Kickstarter, and I was like, if we sell 200 or 300 wallets, we'll make a couple $1,000. This would be amazing. If we make 10,000, that would blow my mind. Ended up through the campaign. Ended up selling 13,000 units and making $170,000 through crowdfunding. And we were just like, what just happened?
Did you have to sew all those wallets?
So no. I was like, I can't sew that many. I could sew a couple hundred. So I ended up, because I had experience sourcing product in Asia, I then went to Asia. Me and my cousin flew out to China, met with a bunch of factories and found one that we liked, and then started having them make the wallets for us.
So that's crazy. So you can sell the product before you even have it.
Yeah. So we had prototypes made, and that's the beauty of Kickstarter. That's what's amazing. We didn't have any cash to go and buy inventory or do a big marketing plan or do anything. We had zero cash. I was living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. So Kickstarter is such an incredible business model because you can come up with an idea, create a video around it, pitch the idea to the world, and then say, hey, if you guys want this, give us a pre-order, and then we'll go and manufacture it. So we got all the cash, and then we went and made 16,000 wallets or something, so we could have a few thousand extra to sell on our site after to create an ongoing business. And so our factory in Asia, our factory in China, they produced it, and then we were up and running as a full business without really planning to do that. It was an incredible opportunity.
So you raised $170,000.
Yeah, on pre-orders. It was amazing. And so that was...
How much time?
30 days.
30 days.
Yeah. Isn't that incredible? Yeah.
That would be a goal for maybe some to year. Hey, I want to make, over 100,000, right? And you did it in 30 days.
In 30 days. And we were planning to make maybe 5,000 if we were lucky. 10,000 was going to blow our minds.
Yeah.
And we were just couldn't believe it.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
So that's the power of Kickstarter. So we did that, and then a year later, we launched a planner notebook because as we were creating the wallet, we were making more planners and notebooks. We were working out of planners and notebooks. We said, let's make a better one of those. So we did that and ended up raising $380,000 for that one on the next run. And then the next one, we kept looking at Kickstarter saying, what's doing well next? What else is doing well on Kickstarter? Let's make that product. So planners and notebooks were doing well. Then we saw that travel bags were doing well. And so we made our first bag. It was a duffel bag that turns into a backpack. Right now it's our Nomatic 40-liter travel bag.
Okay.
And we launched that coining the phrase of, it's the most functional travel bag ever. We launched it and ended up raising $3 million. for that one. And we were just like, okay, we're a bag company now. We make bags. People like our bags, and that's who we are.
Yeah, we are definitely a bag company. $3 million says so.
So that was
Was that another 30 days?
That one was, I think, 45 or 60. We started extending them longer because we realized we could. So I think we went to 60 days on that one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was about 9 years ago or something.
That's what I was just going to ask.
8 or 9 years ago.
And so from the wallet to the bag, like how much time was that?
It was about 8 months from the wallet to the notebook, and then another year to the bag.
Okay.
About is what it was.
And then so maybe like 11 years ago you started all this?
Yeah, 10 years. It was actually 10 years ago, like almost today. Like almost to the date.
You're just sitting. Where were you sewing with your niece? Like
it was
your in-laws'
so
house?
I went to my in-laws' house, but then when I was sewing our wallets, I was always in the basement, just late at night sewing.
Well, did you have to kick her out of her room? Like
I know, right?
Was the sewing machine in her room? No? Okay.
No, that was in our own house at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why her? Like she had the most skill in the house?
No, like her mom could sew way better, but I was just at their house one day, and I was like, she was sewing something. Like it was for a project at school. She was sewing like a bookmark. So she taught me the very basics of like back stitching and like choosing the stitching pattern and the tension on the bobby and like all these different things. And I was like, oh, because she was learning it right then, she was excited. So I asked her, and then she taught me, and then I took that and just watched some YouTube videos as well to learn a little more.
Yeah. Dude, that's so freaking cool.
Yeah,
okay.
It was
all
fun.
right. So now, I mean, because I went to your booth like here at the show, and you have like a whole array. Yeah. You're a baggage company. Do you even sell wallets anymore? Like,
we do. We actually sell like 30 to 50 of those a day. Like they still just sell, and they're great.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. And people, it's fun. People will now pull out their wallets. Everything we do at Nomatic is like, we have a couple things. It has to be innovative, it has to be high quality, and it has to be really functional. Okay. And so our wallet, people will still pull out, hey, I backed your very first Kickstarter. This wallet's 10 years old, and it still like works great.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's really fun to then see people pull that out now and have that still going. But yeah, today since then we've launched 1 to 2 Kickstarters a year. So we now have, and we just launched apparel recently, so now we have like 200.
Yeah, you're wearing, I saw your pants.
This is all
right?
Nomatic product. I actually just took off our coat to put on the display over there. So I'm not wearing our jacket. Normally I'm wearing our Nomatic jacket, but I had to take it off for that. But yeah, we just launched apparel, which has been awesome. So yeah, we've spread out into a couple different categories, all focused around everyday travel and photography, carry and apparel. So
So what type of travel do you do personally? Like,
well, it's changed over time,
business, right? Because obviously you have to travel. It sounds like you go to China mostly.
Yeah, I go to Asia a lot, all the Asian countries, and then for trade shows and things like that. It's changed a lot. I used to like to travel more. Now we have 5 kids, me and my wife, so we try to get out once or twice a year where we have someone watching our kids, and we'll go out to like Mexico or somewhere fun, try something new. Go out. We went out to London a year or 2 ago, went to France. So stuff like that. But now it's honestly like, where can we take our family together with us? Because we want to be with our kids.
Yeah.
So we'll do different things.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then obviously you just got all your gear going.
Yeah. It's fun. We'll pack up the car and it's like full Nomatic bags, walking through the airport, decked out all black.
People are like, whoa, who just showed up, man?
It's pretty funny. It's
that
awesome.
would be cool. We have 5 kids. All of ours are girls.
Oh, wow.
And we just took a big trip to Thailand. And it's just funny as people are like, you know, you just see their face, like, what's going on? Like, and they're like, in their mind, you can see they're like 1, 2, 3, 4. That 5th one's got to be a boy. Like, and you know, that our little girl, she was only like 9 months at the time, or 8 months. And so I'm like, and we have 5. I just tell them, you know, I'm like, we have 5, and the 5th one's a girl. They're like, no, why all girls? You know, so it's pretty fun. So can you show us what your bag looks like? I don't know. If you're listening, sorry, but he's going to explain it. But he showed me a little bit. This is pretty dang cool.
So this is our travel pack. This is our best seller. This bag is, so first we did that duffel bag. Then next we did the travel pack and backpack. Okay. And this bag, like I said, we do everything it has to be high quality, innovative, and really functional. That's like what our brand is at Nomatic. And I guess the final pillar would be like clean aesthetic. It's got to look professional and nice. Not a lot of mesh or webbing hanging off. Like it looks professional. It elevates your look. It's not
baggy at all. Like
it's sleek and clean.
It's pretty cool.
And so
I'll let you explain it because
function, talking about pockets and organization. There's pockets, mesh pockets, zipper pockets. There's an RFID safe pocket. So if
I had to ask what that was because I was like, what? And then he kind of blew my mind. I'm like, are you serious?
So now with like RFID technology on like the chips on your credit card or like on Apple Wallet, like people can scan your cards from a distance and grab that information off of your credit card. So this is an RFID safe pocket so that people cannot do that. So anything that's really valuable like that, like a passport, a credit card, you can slide it in here and it protects all that data.
Oh my gosh.
So that's really important when you travel.
You were saying like, as far, they can
be
scan
like
it.
6 feet away. So they can be standing on a street corner, hit a button on a device and grab information of people around them, like walking by them.
So does your wallets protect that now too? Do you have some
Our
wallets?
wallet doesn't do that,
Okay.
but our bags do. So you take the wallet, because the wallet you can just stick in here.
Okay.
And so you put it in our bags and it keeps it
Okay.
safe. Yeah. So
right.
pockets, the front section, huge wide opening so you can see everything and pack easily, which is nice. Organization pockets, cord pass-throughs. There's a removable sunglasses shell in here that's like a hard shell.
Yeah.
Retractable key leash. So you can just put your keys in there, then throw them away when you don't need them. And as you can see, tons of pockets, tons of organization. But the thing that people love about this bag is it goes from an everyday bag, which is like the size now, it's 20 liters right now, looks like a pretty normal bag, backpack for every day. But then you unzip this perimeter zipper and it expands out, giving you 50% more space. So it goes from 20 to 30 liters.
Okay.
And then there's a zipper inside of the zipper. It was so funny when we were developing this. I think one of the benefits we have is we're not product designers. We're not like trained product designers.
Yeah.
And so we don't think of the same constraints that normal product designers might have. And so when we told our factory we wanted to put a zipper inside of a zipper, in this way, they're like, that doesn't work. We're like, let's just try it. Let's do it. And we ended up doing it. It's like people's favorite part of this bag because it opens up then like luggage. And then you can pack product in here. This unzips and has a mesh wall. So you can put tons of stuff, a shoe pocket, things like that. And so it just makes it really versatile. So you use it as your everyday bag.
So that part that just opened up, when you say zipper inside of a zipper, that's part of the expansion.
The expansion.
So the expansion actually, usually it's just like an accordion, but yours has a zipper
has
on
a zipper inside of it. Yeah, so usually they'll just expand and then you're trying to access it from another zipper, which kind of gets awkward.
Yeah.
But we said, well, let's just put a zipper there and have it open like luggage.
Okay.
And so
it opens the other way now, so you're not digging down a deep hole.
Exactly.
Oh man, that's
exactly.
cool.
So tons of access, and people just love this bag. It's been tried and true, and it just.
And I see that there's a reflective strip over here. Is there other reflective on it?
This is reflective. The logo itself is reflective as well.
Okay.
So it has a little bit of hits, a couple hits like that, and then also, I mean, now they're a little more strict. There's a couple other things. This will tuck away if you want. You can pull this off, and the straps will actually tuck away, so it can become more like a briefcase.
Okay.
So you do that, and then this pinches like that, and now you can carry it like a briefcase. Now the straps aren't hanging out.
Okay.
If you want to get rid of those. And then the last piece is, when we created this, TSA wasn't quite as strict, but this used to be able to go through like a TSA-ready laptop sleeve, so you could slide it through TSA and just have your laptop in there and not have to pull it out.
Oh.
But most airports will probably stop you now. Yeah, they usually make you take that off, but 10 years ago it wasn't
you could
as
just
big of a
flip
deal.
that open, your laptop could be in there, you wouldn't have to actually take it off.
Pull it out,
and then boom, zip it up. Cool.
Yeah, so, and this is a good example of all of our products. Like, we just take products that are on the market that people love, like that people use every day, like backpacks, luggage, camera bags, wallets, whatever. And we just think, like, what could we do to that product to make it more innovative, more functional, so that when you're on your trip, it just works. You don't have to be thinking about it. I always have more space for what I need to carry. I always have organization. I know where everything is. You can be driving in the car, reach behind you and know what pocket you're reaching into and find your thing. Like, we get customers telling us that they love our bags for that, like, particular use case, like, because it's so organized and it just feels good.
Yeah, that reminds me of just doing some shows where I have a bag that's just empty, like just a big bag, and I'm like reaching out and pulling out this, So that would be nice to have something organized like that. So that's really cool. Well, that is cool. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, of course.
Is there any life lessons that you could give anybody? I don't know, just life tip. I don't know.
Let's see.
If you were like, I don't know, about to die. I don't know. Just you're like, one thing I could tell you, like, just live your life. I don't know. So
I think in general, like, as I've done Nomatic, the biggest thing I've found is like, it's stressful starting a business. It's stressful raising kids. It's stressful things. Like, just relax and trust that things will work out.
Okay.
Work hard and hustle, because starting a business is really, really hard.
Yeah.
It's harder than you ever think it will be. Like, we started and I was like, oh, this will be fun. I get to be an entrepreneur. And then you realize what an entrepreneur is. It's like, you're working way more hours than you ever have in any other job. You're stressed way more than you've ever been. But just keep hustling and working hard, and things work out, and create a good team around you, get good people around you, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no
awesome,
problem.
Jacob.
Yeah, great to meet you.
Have a good one. Great to meet you.